I go hard, cuz. Can y'all hear me? I hope y'all can hear me. I don't know what was wrong with the last stream, but nobody can hear me. Folks were sending in money. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Am I good, y'all? Because I was like, I'm going to just start all over. I ain't got time for YouTube's bullshit. Can everybody hear me? Do we have time today, cuz? Give me just a second. Let me look on this screen. Okay, good. That's muted. Okay, good. All right. They can hear me. Oh, shit. We got video. We got audio. We got video. We got audio. We got video. We got... Okay, let me stop. Okay, good. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know. Everything was connected. I don't know, hoodie, but whatever. We're going to start over, okay? So like I was saying, because I was just talking too, and then we going to chat, and then I looked down there like, nobody can hear you. We can't hear you. People doing sign language and shit. I'm like, damn, let me start over. I hate YouTube sometimes. Okay, so what I was trying to say when I was just, talking, nobody could hear me. I was saying that earlier this week, I haven't been feeling well, been dealing with a lot. So I didn't get a chance to do a Zoom meeting earlier in the week. We will have a Zoom meeting tonight. So I'm going to be streaming here for about an hour, hour and a half. Then I'm going to get me something to eat. Then I'm going to come back and do probably another 2-hour Zoom with you guys. Because there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. We got a lot of international news we need to hit on. And I want to go over some security tips with you guys because I come from an IT background. So I want you guys to be aware of a lot of these ransomware attacks that are happening. They're not just happening to like major organizations, but to regular people. So I want to, give you guys tips on how to keep you guys safe. So if you're a part of the Discord, please join me tonight for a late night meeting since we didn't get to have one earlier in the week. So that's what I was trying to say, child. That shit was muted. Talking to my damn self. Let me go ahead and read these super chats because people send super chats before I had to close down. Somebody sent $5, said no sound. Thank you so much. That was G Flurry 4. Thank you. C's B's sent 5, says Sean Lovelyti. Thank you for keeping us entertained and informed. Yesterday was my birthday. Today's my mom's. Happy birthday to you and your mother. Thank you so much for watching and tuning into this stream. I appreciate you. Karuro's Life said, hey, T, finally caught a live, but we can't hear you. Much love. Lord. Let's see here. Pastor Plantain says, LOLT, we can't hear you. Y'all was really sending money just to tell me that y'all couldn't hear me. I appreciate y'all. Crystal Glee sent me a super sticker. Thank you, guys. So I want to make sure I got y'all super chats read, before I close off that screen. So I appreciate y'all for that. But, child, it's a lot to talk about, honey. First and foremost, let me bring y'all to my Instagram page because somebody sent me this right before I went live. Child, A-Rod broke up with Jennifer Lopez and said he is now trying to be the beauty guru. If y'all do not know, A-Rod's ass just dropped a male makeup line. Let me show y'all this. And I feel no ways. Jennifer Lopez fans are mad. Talking about, oh, he's trying to be like Jennifer. Welcome to the damn club. Jennifer Lopez ass done try to be like a lot of damn people now, hasn't she? Jennifer Lopez literally Ashanti carried Jennifer Lopez's career on her fucking back. Now, didn't she? Okay. Jennifer Lopez was so bold that she didn't even bother removing the other tracks from the other women singing the song. She left them right there in the background and just sang over it. Okay. So this is A-Rod. A-Rod just literally an hour ago. This shit just hit the internet. Let me show y'all this mess. This is Jennifer Lopez's ex-husband, honey, Alex Rodriguez. He has decided to drop a male beauty line. And so I said, shout out to A-Rod for pulling a J-Lo on Jennifer Lopez. She has stolen so much from other singers that I feel no ways that A-Rod watched her get ready every morning only to create his own makeup line months after she dropped hers. You can't make this shit up. You can't. And this is his little skincare makeup line. Child, looking like Jennifer Lopez might have been his beard, honey. But anyways, she had just dropped her beauty line December 2020. So he said, you want to drop a line? Bitch, hold my beer. So that just broke as of an hour ago. He got a makeup line. you know, I guess, honey. I mean, you have guys who wear makeup, you know, they wear eyeshadow, they do, you know, very effeminate guys who wear that stuff, and that's fine. I don't know if he's trying to reach a more masculine, you know, audience, but I don't know. Teach his own, honey. Teach his own. I guess men say they want to hide the bags under their eyes too, honey. So that whole situation is a hot mess. So that came out. I had to laugh about that one. So I definitely want to come on here. We got to talk about this whole Kwame Brown situation. Y'all know I love my sports tea. Y'all know I love basketball. I'm a sports mom. You know, my youngest is AAU. So a lot of people are sending me this story, and I've been watching all this stuff play out. Whoo! Kwame Brown is changing the game. Okay? He is holding a mirror to a lot of these bullshit ass media outlets. The old guards are changing. Okay? And the old media heads, they're not happy with the truth teller like Kwame Brown. That mama seasoning, shit, he ain't done shaking that bitch, okay? He coming through with all the seasoning, salt, pepper, paprika, all that stuff, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Because if y'all know anything about his history, this man was in the league for years. They clown him. He was the butt of so many jokes, and this man was quiet. Never said nothing, never addressed it. Stephen A. Smith and many people built their careers on tearing this young man down, okay? And what I find very interesting is that now that he's speaking out, everybody's talking about everything but his trauma and what he feels. The language. He keeps using the N-word. So what? Breakfast Club, you have a bunch of rappers who come on your show 24/7 and they drop the N-word and they talk about all types of lascivious, you know, low vibrational shit. Oh, he's just being rude and cursing every 5 minutes. Y'all curse too. It's funny that when people don't want to hear the truth, all of a sudden their ears are sensitive. All of a sudden you're being too harsh. But see, it's cool when it's somebody that, and that was my issue with some of the women last week. Well, no, not even last week. Hell, I did a stream 2 days ago. Who got mad? Now, when I was bringing up talking points about Vanessa Bryant, when I said, okay, well, you're claiming that Kobe wanted his parents there. Why didn't you reach out to them and let them know this? Because later on in your speech, you made a remark where you said Kobe made sure to get a ticket for the baby. So at that point, why didn't y'all get a ticket for the parents? That's how I do my commentary. When I hear something, if it don't sound right to me, I'm going to point it out. I did the same thing with Olivia Dope, where I said, well, hold up now. That doesn't make sense. Why would you not let people know what your triggers are? We don't need your whole backstory. We don't need everything that's going on in your life. But if somebody's doing something that bothers you, you have to speak up, especially as a woman in a male-dominated industry. It's not about being a bitch. It's just about letting people know, because sometimes people don't know what your triggers are, what offends you. But as soon as I said that, people got mad. I'm victim shaming. Was I victim shaming Vanessa Bryant? So that's the problem. People can't handle the truth. As soon as it's something that they like, you're victim shaming. So now because Kwame Brown is holding these men to task, oh, he's being divisive. He's calling them niggas. They're talking about everything but the topic at hand. And that's what I don't respect about a lot of people on social media. They pick and choose what offends them. When I'm on here talking about Christy Teigen, if I'm on here talking about a white woman holding white people accountable, oh, people be here. Yes, yes. But the second I say anything or hold a black woman accountable or even question anything, I'm automatically in the wrong. Nah, you can't do that over here. I keep the same energy with everybody. And that's what I like about Kwame. Thank you. Somebody wrote it. Perfect. Deflection. Thank you, Sharita. That's what a lot of it is. It's a deflection. Okay. So let me go ahead and go back to where this all started. So as you guys know, please don't tell me my screen is freezing. YouTube, we're not here for the foolishness. Can y'all see me? Because it looked like it was freezing. We're not here for the foolishness. We want to get through this stream. We want to talk some real shit. Leave me be. Okay. So this is how it all first started. Now, as you guys all know, I'm not a fan of Steven Jackson. Okay, Mr. Woke, the one that claims that he's George Floyd's twin, but they're no relation. Came to the Twin Cities, wanted all types of undue praise and fanfare. Ain't really seen him since. But he is now doing a podcast with Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes, baby's mother, is the one I was talking about in that Vanessa Bryant live stream that I did 2 days ago. Anasa Sims. Okay, that's Matt Barnes' baby's mother. Well, the second one. And so, whatchamacallit, they were on there talking about him, and Gilbert Arenas was also on there as well. They played for the Washington Wizards, Gilbert Arenas and Kwame Brown. And the problem was there was a lot of hype behind Kwame when he was first coming into the league. He got drafted in 2001. So he was supposed to be almost on the same level as a LeBron James. It was a lot of hype behind him. People saw good things for him. He was a #1 draft pick. But I also remember back then it was a different time. He was a teenager. He was 17 years old, coming out of high school and getting drafted into the league. Okay, into a league where he's playing against men twice his age, where he's on a team with Michael Jordan. And so they put a lot of just crazy expectations on this teenager. Now, I don't know how many of y'all women watched the Michael Jordan. I had talked about it. The whole docuseries that he put out was like a 10-part series. It was the shit. I loved it. I felt like I was back in the 90s. But we saw how hard Michael Jordan was on his teammates, where literally the white dude had to punch Michael Jordan. Like, he bucked up to him and they fought. That's how crazy he was. He was definitely he was about winning by any means necessary. So I don't think his attitude really, he didn't know how to handle dealing with this teenage star on the team. So I think it was a hindrance to Kwame. And so because Kwame didn't live up to other people's expectations in the league, he was made the butt of jokes, mainly by Stephen A. Smith and a lot of commentators. So for years, they were always talking about him being a bust, him being a waste of a draft, just totally disrespecting this young man's legacy. So Kwame Brown, who's grown now, who's not out of the league, he's made his money, he's made his investments, he don't need nothing from the NBA. Now he's speaking. He's saying, you know what? I'm sick and tired of y'all thinking that I'm about to continue at damn near 40, be the butt of y'all's jokes. Absolutely not. I'm not no punk. Y'all not going to keep talking about me. Maybe I couldn't speak up because I was in the league and I had to look at the big picture. But now I'm out the league and now all holds are off. So he's been going in. So what ended up happening is that basically they were clowning him on that podcast. So he came back and he went in. He went off on all of them. So Matt Barnes came back out and was like, oh, you talking tough. If you want to meet up, we can fight and all this stuff. Kwame's like, I don't need to fight you. I'm just speaking the real. This ain't about boxing. I'm telling y'all what it is. Then Jamel Hill tried to jump in and make the little joke talking about he chose violence. We know the joke comes from Game of Thrones, but did we need your commentary on this? This was initially between men. So he had to come out and check her real quick. Then, now I noticed when I watched Undisputed with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, they picked their words real careful. Shannon Sharp made sure to speak about that Jordan element that others weren't talking about. So I respected Shannon for at least being fair, and Skip for being fair too. So he didn't really go in on them. But Stephen A. Smith, then he went on to some other podcast and was like, I'm not talking about Kwame Brown, but then proceeded to keep low-key throwing daggers at Kwame Brown without mentioning his name. So all of this has been going on in the sports world for like the past week. Okay, I just been sipping tea, enjoying the shit show. So then the Breakfast Club decides they want to get up in there and give their commentary. And so as I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, what the hell does his background, his father, his brother, and whatever they've done in their life, what does that have to do with Kwame? Now, remember, I'm the same one who told y'all this a few days ago when I said that the Breakfast Club had no business even speaking on the whole Olivia Dope situation with Joe Budden, because for some reason, people forget where they came from and how disgusting and the shit that they did to women on that platform. Charlemagne the God sniffing seats, constantly talking about women being vintage vagina and all the little shit that he used to say on the Breakfast Club that a lot of people gave a pass to. I stated this 2 days ago when I was saying they had no business talking about, oh, here, we don't believe in, making our coworkers feel uncomfortable and this and that, trying to throw Joe Budden under the bus and uplift Olivia. But meanwhile, like he said in this rant, you threw it was like a fake ass, like those sex toys. He wrapped that up in a box and gave that to DJ Envy. Had he given that to Angela Yee, nobody would have found that funny. They would have found that disrespectful and distasteful. So he's always done little weirdo perverted shit on that show, but now wants to speak from a place where he's holier than thou. So he was not having it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and play you guys. Well, let me read some super chats before I start playing the videos because their videos are kind of long. I'm going to play you guys what the Breakfast Club had to say, what set off Kwame Brown. Then I'm going to go ahead and show you guys Kwame's response. So let me read these super chats really quick here. Give me just a second. Okay, let's see here. Oh, we got a lot of super chats. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Strawberry sent $5, says T, just talking about having a good old funky time. You made my day. Thank you. Thank you for coming through, sweetie. Mr. Atlanta Gossip said, we can hear you. Today we got time, cuz. That's what's up. I'm glad you're here, Mr. Atlanta Gossip. Key to Hurt G sent $24.99 says, love your content. You stay speaking facts. I love that you encourage me to view things from a different perspective. I'll always be a loyal subscriber. Stay blessed, T. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. Like I said, when I come on here, I don't talk for everybody to agree with me. Everybody's going to have their own opinions, but what you're not going to do is lie on me. So that's why I went off on that person who tried to lie and said I was victim shaming. When you're lying on me, you're going to get a whole nother side. So thank you for just being open enough to hear my side, regardless if you agree or disagree. So I appreciate that. Nana Nia sent $19.99, says, hey, sis, just wanted to show you some support. You're a gem. I love you. I love you too, sis. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. Ayana Jackson sent 10. Thank you, Ayana. Ngozi Ozor says, hey, T, I was wondering if you'll be able to do a video on zodiac signs. I've been researching beyond the typical sun, moon. It's beyond the typical sun and moon signs. It's interesting. Thank you so much for the super chat. MSNet Tizu sent $19.99, says the Breakfast Club was not ready for Mr. Brown. Baby, I love you, T. I love you too. Thank you so much. Blue Talk with Moni says, my girl found your video when I was driving to pick up my new dog 8 years ago. Been watching you daily since. Much love from Uptown, DC. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate the support. Thanks for coming through. Multicolored Man says, hey, T Fizzle, been a fan since 2016. The first video I watched was the Ratchet, Florida, when the 3 black girls drowned after a high-speed police chase. Oh! Honey, they was mad about that video because I kept it all the way real. Been keeping it real from day one. So thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate you. Spicy Mama McCaleb said, what's up, T? Bring that tea, baby. Definitely, I got you. Taraja M says, A-Rod applying concealer is sending me into tears this fine Friday. Thank you for the amazing content, T. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming through. Masoma Kamara says, hey, T, I've been watching you since 2014 when I was 13. You're the realest. I don't have tea to sit with you, but my Uber Eats is pulling up with fried catfish, sweet potato fries, and a brisk lemonade. I know that's right. Damn, making me hungry, girl. Thank you so much. Fatu Queensy says, hey, T, you're my African sister. Much love from Gambia. Thank you so much, sis. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. The Loco Show says, T, I'd risk it all for you. I don't even care no more. Okay. All right. Let me find out you about that life. Charity Williamson 30 says, hey, T, I saw your live and I had to run into my job's bathroom just to write you this super chat. Love you. Keep up. Keep slaying. Thank you so much. Thank you for just showing love. I really appreciate it, sis. Let's see here. Khalif says, glad I finally caught a live. Been a long time tea sipper since they discovered the deep fried Kool-Aid. Keep bringing the truth and keep being true to who you are. You got a fan and supporter for life over here at Tigro Damas. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Roll it up. featuring JT sent $24.99, said truck driver here. The truck driver shortage and gas shortage is a way to usher in self-driving trucks and AI. I've seen hella articles pushing this agenda lately, coming for blue collar jobs in one way or another. You are all the way right. They are definitely pushing that agenda. We talked about this in the Zoom meeting about maybe 2 weeks ago about how they're turning everything into automation and AI. They're going to start getting rid of servers. It's a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. So thank you so much for that super chat. Shy Guy says, hey, T, just got off work. Perfect timing, ready to sip. All right, come on through. Oh, shit, Agent Matt, our favorite trucker. Agent Matt sent $50. He says, what's trucking? You know, I have to stop by and drop a hot 50 on your fine ass. Keep talking your stuff, girl. Thank you. Now they're going to roast me for blushing because every time he comes through, I start blushing. Thank you, Agent Matt. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy the stream, sir. Darnell Rice says, hey, Miss T, thanks for accepting me on your new Instagram. I'm going to need that Discord link next. Love your work. And I'm going to always hit you. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Yes, that other Instagram page I'm not using. Now they won't let me shut it down. So they want to harass me and keep threatening to get rid of me. Then when I leave and then I have to go back in there to grab something, now they won't let me close down that page. But it's all good because I'm not using that page. I'm using the Lovelyti TV Instagram page. So if you want me on there, that's where you'll find me. So thank you so much. Let's see here. Christy Buckline said $9.99 says, I love you. I love you too, sis. Thank you. Cameron Roach sent $15. Rico Savage sent $9.99. Thank you both. I appreciate y'all. Dirt Colored Eyes sent $25. Says, hey, T, my godson Malachi always dances when you sing. Today I got time because LOL, everyone stop what you're doing and hit the like button for me one time. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Sophia sent $4.99. She says, Stephen Jackson is a hypocrite. That is the same man who said black women were more dangerous to black men than the police. He's not fooling me. Sis, you better talk about it. You better talk about it. But now, you know, he's used the George Floyd thing to elevate him. Because before the George Floyd killing, nobody was checking for Stephen Jackson. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And he was using the daughter as a prop in a photo moment. But remember, black women, we're more dangerous than the police. But now he's the advocate for black people. Okay. So thank you for that, sis. So thank you guys so much. I'll read the rest of the super chats when I come back. I want to show y'all this video. So I'm going to play you guys what the Breakfast Club said that got Kwame Brown heated. Okay. So give me just a second to set all of this up here, because I'm glad that somebody is finally sticking it to them and their nonsense. Now, somebody told me this on Instagram before I came live. Let me get that brother's name. He's on my Instagram. Moves Like Roy. Shout out to you, Roy. He said that just about an hour ago, Charlemagne the God sent Kwame Brown a cease and desist letter. So it's funny that they can dish it, but they can't take it. They can have opinions about everybody under the sun, talk crazy about people, but then once they get the same energy, they're sending cease and desist letters. So let me go ahead and play y'all the clip from the Breakfast Club that started all of this mess. Give me just a moment here. Okay, here we go.
The All the Smoke podcast, and during Gilbert Arenas' recent appearance, he spoke about his former Washington Wizards teammate, and I guess that ruffled some feathers from Kwame Brown. And here is, and I guess it all happened in an episode with Jeannie Buss on it as well. Jeannie Buss and Gilbert Arenas were on All the Smoke, and they started talking about Kwame Brown. Here's what happened.
Well, we traded Marc Gasol,
some people,
right?
People, you got him for nothing, not realizing that what you guys gave was Marc Gasol
and Kwame Brown, and so
that was a one-man trade. He could have been. Imagine being an 18-year-old kid getting drafted #1 by your idol, Michael Jordan. We know Michael Jordan's personality. Imagine that personality
slapped him in the face
going towards an 18-year-old kid. So when you're making him look little to his peers, he loses his confidence. So when I get there, he doesn't have confidence. You know what I mean? So it's trying to build this man-child up.
All the Smoke is one of my favorite podcasts. Those 2 episodes were phenomenal. The Jeannie Buss and Gilbert Arenas episode.
All right, well, Kwame Brown, I guess, is tired of people picking on him and being the butt of jokes from being the #1 pick. And, he just, I guess, got fed up and responded to the podcast.
I think you guys need to focus and channel that energy on some more real problems, like the way we are as Black males and the way that we look. And Steven Jackson, maybe you could put that motherfucking blunt out and pull your pants up on your ass and put that rag down and act like a grown-ass man instead of a little-ass boy. Gilbert, I was quiet on you for years. I wasn't gonna say nothing. You the right-hand arm of them white boys. What did I get? 3 years, 25 with the Lakers? I was sliding to get 80. You took millions out my mouth. And you shout like you love Black folks. Becky with the good hair, you need counseling, boy. All that goddamn rage for no reason. She chose.
Damn, why call Becky with that hair?
Let me say something, man. I need a second, man. First of all, y'all know Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. Those are my partners. You can catch All the Smoke podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network. I was texting with Matt last night, but let me tell y'all something. Leave Kwame Brown alone. I don't know if y'all know, but you can do a little research. Kwame Brown was born in Charleston, South Carolina. I don't think I've ever met Kwame, but I know a lot of his family. His family lived in Moss Corner, South Carolina. His father's name was Willie Brown. I don't know how many kids Willie Brown had. I don't know how many siblings Kwame Brown got, but I went to school with his sister, and I went to school with one of his brothers. Let me tell y'all something. Kwame's father in the 90s, I remember this story. He beat a woman with an axe handle. It was his girlfriend. And the rumor was he buried her alive. He buried her in the area that I grew up in, if I remember correctly. I've been trying to call my dad since yesterday to confirm the whole story because I literally forgot about this until yesterday. But the woman died and he got arrested. If he's still alive, he's in prison for life because he got caught because he left South Carolina after the murder and came back for his paycheck. Let me tell you something else. His other brother, I don't know if him and Kwame were close, but his other brother shot his baby mama several times and then killed himself. That was like in 2008. And his other brother, Kwame's other brother, just went to jail for murder like 3 years ago. All of this you can Google. I'm saying all that to say, leave Kwame alone. That man has been quiet for 20 years. He don't bother nobody. Clearly all that, all that he's a bust stuff gets to him, and you don't know what people are going through or have been through, but I've seen folks snap for less, and it looks like, Kwame is snapping. And if you look at the history of men in his family, you would know his men in his family have a history of snapping. Leave Kwame Brown.
Well, Matt Barnes did take the high road, and here's what he said.
I was confused because I never said nothing about dude, but bro, you've been getting made fun of since you came in the league for not living up to expectations. I didn't do that. Never laughed, never joked, because I don't talk about people like that. So I asked my team, like, yo, what did I do? Did I miss something? And they said, tap Jack's knee when something was said. So that's what got you mad. You need a hug, bro. But before all this even got moving around, once I heard you talking, I DM'd you like a man because I felt if something I really said, we could talk about it. But you chose to ignore that and take the to the internet.
You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what they've been through. Leave people alone.
Well, people are saying that Kwame then chose violence with this response.
You want to sit on TV and act like y'all is perfect, and you can't respect when a man tell you wrong, bro. Well, let the gloves come off. The only joke you got is about basketball. I got a joke about your life, you punk bitch. I ain't got to lose. I don't got no big podcast. You the dumb that keep responding to a that you bigger than. You ain't learned nothing because you think you tough. A light-skinned like you with slick ass hair should be acting like Drake and taking his girl. But no, you get your girl too.
Yeah, Kwame chose violence, and he will choose
He definitely chose violence.
And he will choose violence, just like his father did, just like his brothers did. Leave Kwame Brown alone. What that brother did.
Debbie did not like that last statement either, by the way.
I ain't messing with Kwame.
He did not like that. He said, "Wait a minute, light skin.
Look it up. Kwame
This
Brown.
look here got to do with it."
Kwame Brown was born in Charleston, South Carolina. His family was in Moss Corner. Leave Kwame Brown alone.
And leave Matt Barnes' hair alone too. And Matt Barnes' hair ain't do nothing to nobody.
I mean, shut your ass up. He just leave Matt Barnes' hair alone. Leave his good hair alone. Like, shut up. Why DJ Envy just always got to come in with the corny remarks? See, and that's the shit that I don't like. See, when they can't find anything on you, then they got to pull up shit about your family. Shit that don't got nothing to do with you. What does his father's arrest record or his brother going to prison or just whoever, what does that have to do with Kwame Brown? Because you know why? The only thing they can say about this man is that he was a draft pick that didn't live up to the NBA's expectations. This man has not been arrested for anything crazy. I think he had like a DUI or something. But you have people in the NBA who have been arrested for beating up their girlfriends, just a bunch of just fuckery and mess. But because they can't find anything that's serious on Kwame, they're digging up his father's past, which to me is a shame. So I want you guys to go ahead and listen to Kwame's response. He wasn't here for none of the fuckery. When I tell you he went in on the Breakfast Club. He went in a way that I was not expecting him to go in, okay? He left no stone unturned. He let them know exactly how he felt about what they had to say about him, especially being that most of the things that they were saying about him was not even true. So I just think that it's sad that they took it there with him. So let me go ahead and play you guys the video here. Give me just a second. All right, here we go.
You want to talk about something that you allege my brother did. But what did Jack say I did? Let's look at my reputation. Jack said that I roll around with the police. Did he not say that, sir? Do that sound like somebody that's trying to bring violence to someone, sir? See, it's funny how you just got right on and you just created a narrative. And you notice what you said, you bitch boy that bleach your skin? You know what you said? Jack and Matt Barnes are my friend. Yeah, what I told y'all. It's the go along, get along game. It's the peanut gallery. And I don't fuck with your kind, punk. Any nigga that's gonna bleach his skin and rape a woman, you gotta drug bitches for pussy, you punk motherfucker. Well, I ain't gonna say bitch because I know that young lady went through a traumatizing experience dealing with your stank raccoon face ass. So you have to rape and drug young ladies to get pussy, you punk bitch. And they got your bitch ass still on the radio because they know that little punk ass shit that you do and that shit that you push, showing that shit to these black boys, throwing bunkies at grown ass men, you punk. If you would have did that to a woman, that would have been sexual assault. But see, they got your dumb ass in position to disrespect men. So now when you see a strong, full-bodied man, now you keep wanting to say that's violent. I'm sitting in my car, bitch. You niggas sad. You niggas sad. I'm not ethering y'all. Y'all are ethering yourself. Everything that I said you punk motherfucker was gonna do, you guys are actually doing it. Stephen A. actually pretended like he was a basketball guru and he destroyed a black man's name. You know why? For money. See, that's what y'all don't want to get to. That's why y'all want to keep all calling me angry. All this was about money. Stephen A. is a fucking pawn. There were 5 guys that was top 5 in my draft class that came out of high school, motherfucker. And colleges were losing money because there were going to be like 10, 15 that come out of high school after that. And then they started saying, oh, hell no. You ain't fucking with white daddy money. We got to get these black boys to continue going to these white schools. That's why I shout out to Master P and his sons. See, most of you motherfuckers dumb and listen to stupid ass bitches like Charlamagne the God and old punk ass beta male DJ Envy. Bitch, you ought to not be talking about male issues, you punk motherfucker. You don't see Bill Gates running around doing a whole goddamn cheating to it, you punk bitch. The white boy was able to cheat like a man, break off and break up like a man. Your bitch ass getting drugged around like a puppy on a leash, ho. You shut your bitch ass up when I'm talking. The fuck you talking about? You another light-skinned bitch. Fuck you mean? And I got a lot of light-skinned friends, but you two niggas ain't one of them. And Charlamagne, you trying to be light-skinned, bitch. A fucking punk-ass rapist and a bitch-ass nigga that had a leash on his neck going to cry in front of other women because he cheated gonna tell me anything? Y'all bitch-ass niggas shut y'all goddamn mouth too. The Breakfast Club. The fuck you talking about? Y'all niggas don't talk about nothing important. You motherfuckers just sit up there and cry and pander to white folk. And Angela Lee, you better stop talking about men, period. You ain't got no goddamn man. And if you do, he ain't claiming your ass. I ain't seen you with a man yet. The way you fawn over all them goddamn rappers, I believe Gucci Man too. You look like you look like you want some mama's cookie, chasing all the rappers, motherfucker. Y'all better shut y'all goddamn mouth with me. I'm a different breed, and I ain't gonna apologize. Fuck y'all. You know why? Because you want to sit here and you don't talk to a kid. You don't even be objective at all. You motherfuckers didn't use your brain at all. That was the dumbest shit I ever heard. So Jeffrey Dahmer family, everybody in his family eat people? Is that what you saying, sir? So all the Dahmers just some fucked up people, huh? You's a dumb son of a bitch. How did you get away with raping that goddamn girl, boy? In the middle of a protect all women situation, your bitch ass was able to rape a girl and get away with it? You was able to get on a goddamn radio station and brag about putting Spanish fly in a drink. Boy, I bet they put an apple in your mouth every one of them parties you gotta go to, bitch, to pay back your ass not going to jail. That's why you throwing all that ass around on the Breakfast Club, you punk. Always talking about penis. Me and DJ Envy together. Me and DJ Envy, you like me. Me and DJ Envy. Bunch of schoolgirls. Fuck wrong with you? And you had the nerve to not challenge none of my points and then go talk about I'm violent because my dad and my brother got violent, a brother whom I've never met. Really? You motherfuckers ain't shit. And you dumb son of a bitch, my brother that you claim is in jail for murder, motherfucker, he at work. So that's the sad part. I just told y'all, you motherfuckers just do whatever. You motherfuckers just do whatever. In America, you motherfucker, is innocent until proven guilty. I got arrested for weed. I got arrested for disorderly conduct. But guess what? Those charges were dropped through video, through evidence. So why you doing it once again, sir, demonizing a black man that you did not have a conversation with, and now you punk bitch, the world get to see y'all. The world get to see y'all. The world get to see you. You motherfuckers ain't shit in real life. From the Breakfast Club to the goddamn fake ass No Smoke podcast, all you motherfuckers, I told you, all y'all bitches grouped together, and it's the boys club, and I done shook you bitches up. So now y'all motherfuckers want to band together and try to trick me out to the streets. And then you don't put a narrative out that I'm violent and I'm angry and I snap. Bitch, I've been laughing the whole video. Every video I made, I've been having people laugh and I've been laughing. But I done snapped.
All right, honey. Child, y'all wasn't ready. He came through snatching wigs and hair pieces, bitch, okay? So he went off, and I'm not mad at him for going off because his family had nothing to do with the situation. Like I've always said, all this media stuff, a lot of these people click up. It's the good old boys club, and they try and keep other people out that space. If you're not cool with them, then they try to keep you out that space. So I'm glad he's speaking his truth. And I think that brother needs to start his own podcast because he be saying some real stuff. Now, I love the point where he mentioned about back then. See, what a lot of younger people don't understand is that back then, there was a rule where they were able to draft people straight out of high school. They put an end to that back in 2005. Okay, that's when it ended in 2005. And then they started the whole one and done, where you had to go to college for at least 1 year, okay? And then you'd be eligible to draft into the NBA. But that was a bunch of bullshit. They didn't do it because of the benefit of the player or for them to get a college education. They did that because the colleges were losing out. Because we all know with all the videos I've done and all the things I've talked about collegiate sports and just like how they exploit these student athletes, it's about the colleges getting money. So that's why they agreed with the NBA to do one and done. Now, if you guys, who remembers when I did the videos about LeVar Ball? Remember, I want to say 2018, LeVar Ball started the JBA League. Okay, when he started that league, you know, a lot of people talk shit. Stephen A. Smith, oh, you trying to be like the NBA, it's never going to work. Everybody was down in that black man. I said, why? If he's telling these kids, why waste money going to college when you can play for me for a year or play after high school until you're eligible to, you know, get drafted into the NBA? Why is that not an option? Oh, everybody talk. I'm glad I'm seeing teacups. Y'all remember when I talked about this? Everybody talked shit and shitted on LeVar Ball for trying to make a different way for his sons to get into the NBA without having to waste their time and their money and everything else, without having these colleges eat off of his son, right? So the establishment knocked it so much so that it ended up getting disbanded. And then what happened a year later? Almost a year later, they ended up announcing that the NBA was going to get rid of the whole one and done, and that now they're willing to start drafting guys from high school. And they're supposedly supposed to implement this in 2022. Okay? So what he was saying about that was not a lie. So now, when LeVar Ball tried to do something as a black man, so many people gave him smoke, especially Stephen A. Smith. And then the NBA, once they destroy the JBA, then they come out and say, you know what? Well, being that a lot of people really do want to play right out of high school and go straight to the NBA, let's get rid of the one and done. And now they're working to implement that. But I really believe that the whole reason why they're trying to get rid of the one and done, like I've always said, because they want to have LeBron James's son, Bronny, playing in the league with his father. Y'all ain't ready for that conversation. I really believe that's what it's boiled down to. Because Bronny, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody says. He's going to go into the NBA really on the strength of his father. But Bronny is a good player. I'm not going to take that away from Bronny. Bronny's definitely a good player. But I believe that's why they're really trying to amp this up. So, because LeBron's getting old. The knees are getting old. LeBron is tired. LeBron is ready to, retire. He's had to carry a lot of shit on his back. King James wants to retire. But he does not want to retire because they want to break some type of record, the first father and son playing together in the NBA. So I believe that's why they're trying to do all this stuff, is to help the LeBron James dynasty, okay? But now what I also find interesting that a lot of people are not ready to talk about, I see a lot of people knocking Kwame and saying he's just a bitter, miserable black man. Oh, he's broke. He's this and that. He needs to get over it. He's a grown man. Now, what I find funny is, remember the other day, I spoke about the Chrissy Teigen situation and how Courtney Stodden came back after all these years. She's 26 now. She came back and she blasted Chrissy for harassing, bullying her, telling her to off herself. Do you know what the white media did? Let me show y'all what the white media has been doing to Christy ever since Courtney Snowden came out. Let me show y'all this. If y'all do not know, Christy has been losing like a mofo out here in these damn streets, okay? They're not playing with Chrissy Teigen. She's losing all types of deals. Let me show y'all. Right here, Axed. Chrissy Teigen's Craven's cookware line dropped by Bloomingdale's after Courtney Snowden cyberbullying scandal. Here goes another one. Chrissy Teigen loses Target Macy's deal over abusive tweets to 16-year-old. And mind you, she's not 16 now. Courtney Snowden is 26 years old. So isn't it funny that when the white woman comes out and she's crying and saying, hey, I was picked on and bullied by Chrissy Teigen all those years ago when I was a teenager. The white Me Too movement wrapped up around her. Oh, Courtney, that's horrible. We didn't know it was that bad. And everybody turned on Chrissy. So much so that Chrissy, is hiding right now with her messy ass. I don't feel no ways about her either. Y'all know that. So much so that Chrissy is hiding. Probably bought a fucking pizza in her lap. Who knows? Courtney Stodden right now is getting her just desserts. She's basically now, basically being elevated and told that, we care about your trauma. It was wrong. We have your back. Here's a black man basically doing the same thing. So y'all's not ready for this conversation. This situation has literally happened within a week of each other. Okay. Kwame Brown has done the same thing that Courtney Snowden, whatever the hell you say her name, has done. When I was a teenager, I came into the league and I was abused. I was bullied. I was belittled. I was made the butt of all jokes. Imagine that's the type of toll that took on that young man's self-esteem. It is not easy. He made it somewhere that I could never make it into the damn NBA. I can kind of bounce a ball, but I can't hoop. Okay? Stephen A. Smith ass ain't never been to the NBA. He done did something that a majority of males hope for their whole lives and never obtain. And to make it into the NBA, it's not just about skill. You also have to have good grades, good character. He was a straight A student. He didn't make it there by happenstance. He came from a horrible environment, and instead of praising him for not going the same route as his daddy or his brothers and staying in school, focusing on getting good grades, working hard, practicing every day, putting his young body through all of that, you know, the toll that these kids go through, their feet, their knees, having to ice themselves, fractures and shit like that. Instead of them praising him, he's been the butt of jokes for the past 20 years. How sickening is that? How sickening is that? But in the same breath, everybody's crying for Courtney Snodden and what she's been through. It's really sad when you really look at it. So I don't care if he comes off as bitter or angry. He has every right to be. They picked on this man for years. He came in as a teenager and they made him the butt of jokes. Not only does he deserve an apology for how people have been treating him all these years, because like I said, for the past 20 years, Kwame ain't said nothing. He hadn't addressed anything. He just let it be. But sometimes you can only push folks so far. And when people are ready to talk, they just go off. Because they've been picking on this man and picking on this man and picking on this man. And then now that he's responded, here come the cease and desist. Here come folks playing crazy. Oh, woe is me. I don't even know what I did wrong. I ain't even do nothing. He's talking about me in my personal life. Well, why'd y'all start with him? He wasn't bothering nobody. You know, and that's the one thing that bothers me sometimes. Am I frozen? I hope not. And that's the one thing that bothers me sometimes with Black media, and I've always said that. Like he said, a lot of times they will cover Black stories, but then they don't have the same energy for white stories. You can say whatever you want to about me, but I cover everything on this channel. How many Black YouTubers sat here and also covered the Courtney Snodden and Chrissy Teigen situation when it broke? How many Black YouTubers also sat here and talked about Asia Argento? Did the Breakfast Club talk about her and the stuff that she was doing to young males? So a lot of times they will not talk about, you know what I'm saying, white stories. They'll only talk about salaciousness when it comes to Black folks. They don't talk about it all across the board. And I can show you that right here. Let's go ahead and put in, let's see here. Let me share my screen with y'all real quick. Because I was doing a search earlier. I was putting in Asia Argento to see, like, you know, has anybody else talked about her besides me? And no. Okay. This person is not Vlad, but they were basically saying, because Vlad TV compared Jada Pinkett to R. Kelly, but yet they didn't compare her, you know, they didn't say anything about Asia Argento. If you put in my name, I kept my foot on all these perverts' necks. Of course, these videos don't get as many views because, again, it's white tea. I talked about the Anthony Bourdain situation, how Asia Argento threatened to sue Rose McGowan for blasting her about the little boy that she was sleeping with. I talked about that. Even the whole Chrissy Teigen situation. So it's like, I didn't see the Breakfast Club hitting on a lot of this stuff. But when it comes to anything with Black celebrities, a lot of Black media outlets are here. They have no problem dragging and talking about it. But then they don't give the same energy. Like he said, there was some football player who beat up a Black woman. But this is supposed to be a sports podcast, but y'all's not talking about that. That's way more serious than anything that Kwame Brown has ever done. So I think he's made a lot of valid points. And I think he has every right to be angry, especially when you see things being done to you unfairly. So I'm not mad at him. Let me go ahead and read some of these super chats. I know a lot of y'all are commenting and saying stuff. I appreciate it. Let's see here. And to Chase Hardy says they don't speak about white stories because they work for white companies. So that tells you a lot right there. That, you know, how pro-Black can you be if you never address the elephant in the room? Thank you so much for the super chat. Diane Anita says, just sending love. Thank you so much, sis. Appreciate you. Matthew A. sent $20, says, protect Lovelyti at all costs because the truth frightens the powers that be. Thank you. And you know what? I appreciate when y'all say that, but honey, I am covered in the blood of Jesus. Like I said, I'm not going to let nobody scare me, frighten me, make me feel like I can't speak my truth. If everybody else can come on here and say what they want to say, I'm going to say that. You know, like I always tell people, you don't control me, you control yourself. If you don't like anything that's coming out of my mouth, if you don't like the fact that I curse, you don't like the fact that I be flipping out and whatever else, go elsewhere. The same way you brought your ass over here, exit stage left. Okay, but thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Clear as Best says, Matt and T sitting in the tree. KISSING. I'm playing Happy Friday, T. Love you too. Y'all are a mess. Thank you so much, sis. Zipporah D says, sending love from London. Can you please do a story about Black children being kidnapped now in London and the media is not covering the story? Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't know about that. I'm sure there are not UK T-sippers, but UK bloggers. Why the Black UK bloggers not covering that? Again, and this is no shot at you, sis, but you notice how everybody sends me stories to cover? I got people right now mad as hell because I won't speak on the whole thing that's going on in Gaza. Trust and believe I'm keeping up with it. I know what's going on, but I'm not going to keep using my platform to talk about certain stuff when y'all allow these other YouTubers, y'all don't bother them to talk about serious topics. I don't think it's fair that everything gets put on my platform to speak about. And then I deal with the demonetizations. I deal with all the hiccups on my platform. And then other folks are just able to just make videos talking about bullshit. And my God, and Beyonce, she had a sandwich today. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, it gets annoying. You know what I'm saying? Not true, but I'm just saying the fact that other platforms are not held to the same standard. Why isn't the Breakfast Club talking about these missing kids in the UK? They should be. Why are they not talking about the Gaza Strip? They should be. They got a way bigger platform than me. Like, I've been hearing people like going off on me for not speaking out. I ain't got to speak about shit. I'm minding my black ass business. That's what I'm doing. I'm minding my business, doing my research, watching what's going on and sipping tea. I ain't got to talk about it on my platform. Absolutely not. So YouTube can come over here and demonetize me and you know, send me all types of notices. No, I'm not doing that. Let's see here. Simone Wealthy says, KB read everybody for the filth. I love this brother. Yes, he did. And made no apologies and said, I won't apologize. And that's how it should be. He said what he said. And that's the end of it. Reese Set 999 says, going to have to finish later. Don't forget to subscribe, resubscribe. Everyone, love you. Thank you so much. Yes, make sure you're subscribed because they have been unsubscribing people from this channel. Chat, I've been stuck at like 930,000 subscribers literally all year. So that tells me everything I need to know. And I've been hearing that when people like the stream or like a video, YouTube is not taking account of their likes. It's not letting them like it. They're having to like it 2 and 3 times or go out and then hit like again. So they're doing a lot of stuff to silence my channel, you know, so it's unfortunate, but it's like, what can I do? That's why I thank God I have my podcast. And I thank God that Spotify really, you know, supports my podcast and they really want to see it flourish. Let's see here. Love Angel 2020 says, yes, T, you're blushing. Oh my God, would y'all leave me alone? Thank you for the super chat, love. Oh my gosh, I love you too. Cass sent $5 and says, hey T, thank you for helping me start my weekend. It's been a long ass week. Your live is just what I needed. Shout out to my bestie, Diane. That's what's up. Shout out to Diane. Nothing like having a good best friend. So shout out to the both of y'all. Thank you for the support. Fabiola Sully sent $10, says, hey T, thanks for keeping it real and making us think. You are more than welcome. And that's what it's about over here. Thinking outside the box and looking at things from a different angle. So thank you. Elsie sent 5 says, yay T, I caught the live. I didn't know I needed. Happy Friday from the Twin Cities. Side note, Nick Cannon has that big D energy. He can get it. Love you too. Girl, don't you get knocked up by Nick Cannon. You know he's fertile myrtle. Thank you so much, sis. Angelisa Madison says, hey T, love you sis. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep speaking the truth. We appreciate you. Hit the like button, folks. Thank you so much. Kat Risa says, hey T, from your Discord family, just wanted to send you some love and support. Thank you so much, Kat. I appreciate you. Candace G says, T, do you think Kwame did the overreacted? When I heard the comments, I thought See, the guy / Breakfast Club was taking it up for him by saying, leave him alone. No, Candace, I'm gonna tell you what they were doing, sis. He didn't overreact. See, what they were doing, they were being nice, nasty. That's what a lot of these folks do on social media. Okay, it's this nice, nasty shit that goes on where they want to act like they have your back and, oh, y'all leave him alone. He hasn't done anything in 20 years. But then I'm going to sit here and still throw shade by talking about his father that has nothing to do with the situation, by bringing up his brother that has nothing to do with the situation. So it wasn't him overreacting. That's that man being woke and seeing through the BS. See, the Breakfast Club fans are like, he's tripping. They were telling people to leave him alone. When you really want somebody, leave somebody alone, you know what you say? Leave that black man alone. He ain't did shit, and move on. Period. End of story. You're not going to say, that's like me, right? I'm seeing you and another girl getting into it, right? So I jump in. I'm like, hey, leave Candace alone. You know what I'm saying? Don't be picking on her. Leave her alone. And then I turn around and be like, but she ain't shit, though. I ain't even mad that y'all picking on her because you know her mama crazy. You know she be selling food stamps and shit. You know, just being messy for no reason. What does that have to do if you're really trying to get people to leave him alone and not mess with him? Why bring up all this backstory that nobody asked for? I didn't know shit about his daddy. I didn't know about his brothers. So why bring that up? Because it didn't justify his point. You know what I'm saying? So he saw through it. So that's why he snapped the way he did. Because it's like, you want to talk about my father and you want to talk about these other black men in my family's criminal history. Well, let's talk about your criminal history. And see, Charlemagne didn't like that. Hence why he sent them a cease and desist. See, he can dish it. He can dig up these other black folks' criminal background and all the dirt they done did. But the second they bring up Charlemagne's dirt, now all of a sudden cease and desist. See, it's no fun when the rabbit got the gun. But thank you for the super chat, sis. I hope that makes sense. Let's see here. Flora Tully Senpai says, we all know Charlemagne the goose clown who sells himself to the highest paying opinion. Thank you so much for the super chat. Brandon Bra says, see, the guy sounded like a white person on the radio with that remark. Y'all know Lovely Joe's in here sipping, honey. You know Lovely Joe was here for that, for Kwame Brown dragging Charlemagne. Hey, Joe, we know you watching, boo. Miss Chin says, love from London. She sent $5. Thank you so much. Jacque sent $2. She says, Charlemagne is a messy bum boy. Y'all are dragging Charlemagne, honey. Let's see here. Maya sent $50. She says, my co-worker and I bonded over you. We both spot shade at my job and said, honey, at the same time. LOL. Thanks, T. Love you. Love you too. And thank you so much, Maya. I appreciate you for coming through. Nicole Senpai, she said, thanks for all you do. You come with the real stories that not only trend, but that of actual substance to see beyond the story. Thank you so much, Nicole. I appreciate that, sis. Lisa at $9.99 says, honey, you are cooking with hot grease today. Keep up the excellent journalism and commentary. Love you. Looking beautiful as always. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming through. Let's see here. Yellow Shula says, love you, T. I love you too. Queen B sent $4.99 says, I don't trust Gilbert Arenas. Not after what he said about Lady Lupita. I've been a tea sipper. Right. Remember when he was dragging Lupita about her skin tone? Did you hear the Breakfast Club come to her aid? Did you hear any of these black men come to her aid and say that was wrong? You know what I'm saying? That sister's never done nothing to you. She's never mentioned you, but you keep calling her out. You keep calling her ugly and talking about her and picking on her. You know, so it's a shame. Let's see here. Chelsea Williamson 5 says, hey, T, let me send some love, child. I have a work meeting going on in the background. I have to pop in real quick. I will catch you on the replay. Thank you so much, sis. Thanks for coming through. Night Guy, what's up, Brandon? Brandon does send $19.99. Thank you, Brandon. He says, it's so nice to see you again. You look very good today. I've been super busy in life. I miss you, Brandon. I hope everything is doing good. Definitely pop into the Telegram. You know, we miss you in there. So thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Big Red says, it's God calling on you. It's not fair, sis. I know, but you speak the truth. Thank you. You know what? And I get that. You know, I get that. But it's a lot. It's a lot. You know, when you speak the truth, and you know, and granted, I would say 90% of the people agree with my commentary. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you're not going to have people agree with you all the time. But it's that 10% that I had to deal with that really be fucking with me mentally. You know what I'm saying? When people just try and twist your words and just see what the hell they want to see in the situation, they'll ignore all facts. It's very draining. You know, it gets very, very draining. And I just feel like, you know, I don't mind speaking about certain things, but I also utilize these other motherfuckers, right? They got a platform. They got an audience. So hold their feet to the fire to talk about some real shit, not just Lovelyti. You know what I'm saying? Because I get punished every time I speak real stuff. They stay messing with my subscriber count, my stream, everything else. But other people who have just as big amount of subscribers, they can just get away with talking about bullshit and y'all don't hold them to the fire. That's my only issue. If we're going to talk about real stuff, everybody should be held to the same accord. We should be wanting the same from all our influencers, not just me. You know what I'm saying? Why is Fox O not talking about the Gaza Strip? Why is the Shade Room not talking about it? You get what I'm saying? It should be everybody held to the same accord, not just one or two people. That's how it just ends up being so stressful. And, you know, the few truth tellers that we do have, that's why so many truth tellers end up just falling off and they just don't even make videos no more because it ends up being just too much. But, you know, I get it. You know, maybe I do got a calling from God. I don't know. But I get it. I definitely appreciate it, though. I really do. I appreciate that y'all come to me for stuff like that. But it does get very, very stressful. You know, that's just real talk. It gets very stressful. Let's see here. Italian Curl sent $5. She says, hugs from Italy, Bella. I love that. I didn't know anything about this story. Thank you. No, you are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. And I'm glad I'm able to shed some light on everything that Kwame Brown is going through, because I see a lot of people trying to paint him out as crazy, bitter. That is not the case. If y'all can see the suffering that Courtney Stodden went through and how she was picked on, hell, okay, maybe I don't know Courtney. Brittany, remember, I did a live stream a few months ago. They did a whole documentary on how bad Britney Spears was treated in the mid-2000s. How the paparazzi just invaded her space, invaded her motherhood. They literally drove that woman crazy to where she's on Instagram doing weird dances and we're sitting here trying to read the fucking smoke signals in the Discord. Every time she drops a video, we're trying to break down what type of message can we decode from this shit. That's how bad it's gotten. So if y'all can sympathize with Britney and the stress that the media put her through as a woman, I have the same sympathy for Kwame Brown. I have the same exact sympathy. These were young people who went into environments, you know what I'm saying, that we hyped up. That's what we've been told from the time we were kids. Oh, you want to be in the entertainment field. You want to be a singer, a rapper, a basketball player. It's all about fame. We want to be famous. We were fed famous kids. We all wanted to go to Hollywood. We all wanted to be the next Britney, Christina Aguilera, Janet Jackson. That's what was fed to us as kids. And then for little black boys, they were told to be the next Tupac, the next Michael Jordan. So now we're seeing, fast forward 20 years later, how the industry, I don't care if it's the sports industry, if it's the music industry, how these industries have destroyed certain people. But thank God that Kwame Brown is strong enough where he didn't allow that to, you know, have him strung out on drugs, possibly harming himself, unless a person might have off themselves with all the shit he went through. And as much as people clown Britney Spears, thank God she's still here and she's still fighting every day. She may not be the Britney that we grew up and we knew, but she's still here. How many people have off themselves for less? At the end of the day, everybody's human. So I'm just going to be that truth teller to come out and say, nah, I'm not going to let people paint him out to be crazy or bitter. They've been picking on this man, picking on this man, picking on this man. Then the second he responds, oh, look at him using the N-word. But y'all support all these rappers who do nothing but rap about low vibrational shit and call you niggas. And on top of calling you niggas, talk about how they gonna kill you. Y'all support that. But the second he's saying some real stuff, all of a sudden everybody got virgin ears. Oh, my ears! Too much cursing. Were you upset when you listened to the latest Lil Wayne track? No, you weren't. So let's stop with the foolishness. Sorry, y'all. I don't know if I'm snapping or not. We got 13,000 people in here. I'm sorry. I'm just speaking my truth. I'm not talking from the heart. I'm sorry. What's up, Misty Blue? My Native American sister. Okay, Misty done dropped $20. Hey, sis. She says, hey, T, I had a sad month. Oh, wow. I had a sad month of funerals, but I had to thank you for allowing me to do your comic portrait and working with me to improve. I added it to my portfolio and got a job with the Red Planet Comics. Your live and podcast are life. Wow. I'm so proud of you. I love the picture. Misty do a picture of me because y'all know Storm. Y'all know I'm Team Marvel. So she was like, I remind her so much of Storm. You know, Storm is like the motherly, Black woman and the X-Men. So she drew a picture of me as Storm. I gotta post it. It's so beautiful. I love it. So with that, she used it in her portfolio and she got a comic job. God bless you. I'm so happy for you. Even though you were dealing with funerals and sadness, I'm happy that something bright came out of this. So thank you so much, sis. We definitely need to catch up. Look how God works. I just love when y'all tell me like good stuff like that. Like it makes me feel good that, just little things like that I've done have helped you guys, in your real life. So thank you. Let's see here. Tiffany Willis at $9.99. She says, when I want the truth and facts on things, this is where I come. T goes deeper than any other YouTuber that I know. And that's what I appreciate most about you. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for coming through. Anadin Menwaskowitz, and I just butchered that. I apologize. They sent 5. They said, do your thing, T. Glad to be here. Thank you so much, and thanks for coming through. Shantae Morgan says, I've been a fan since day one, T. Love you, rocking with you till the wheels fall off. Keep telling the truth and stay humble. Definitely will. Thank you so much. So yeah, I've been out here already an hour. So let me go ahead and move on to the next topic. I think we've got a lot out about the whole Kwame Brown situation. I just wanted to put that out there that this man is not bitter. He's very conscious, very woke, and he's just not going to let anybody just tell his story anymore. He's no longer going to allow people to write the narrative of his history. So much respect to him for that, and I hope he starts a podcast or something, because I just think he has a personality. He's funny, that country accent. I love it. So I want to hear more from Kwame. We need more men, especially more strong Black men speaking truth to power. Because at this point, a lot of the men that are supposed to be the voices of the people, they're just going along to get along. So I'm glad he's come up and he said what he had to say. So let me go ahead and hit on this whole T.I. situation. Child. T.I. just won't be quiet and let this shit play out in a court of law. So if y'all do not know, T.I. decided to drop a song last night, basically addressing the assault accusers in his new song. And the song is called This Is What It's Come To. Now, I can't play the song. I posted on my IG, and y'all can find it on social media. But I want to just read to you guys some of the lyrics, because I can read y'all the lyrics. Let's see here. Like he's big mad. Oh, well. Let me go ahead and pull this up. So this is some of the lyrics here. So he says, God, I'm gonna have to read it because I don't know because I've only heard the song one time. People weird be projecting all their insecurities. Whatever they say he did. That shit I'm fucking with. That shit I'm fucking sure of it. Behind the foreign cars and clothes and expensive jewelry, I got a heart made of gold. Motives behind the purest. They say hell have no fury like a woman scorned. Fuck that, I've been cranking up the jury. Who you lying on, shawty? Extortion ain't that. What you got on your mind, shawty, gotta tell me how you, tell them get it how you live. Shawty, I ain't going for it. I'ma take all the way every day of the week. Bet you thought that shit was sweet. And I get paid in a week. I ain't reading no more of this bullshit. I ain't reading that shit. Pull out the tiny violins. I can't read no damn rap. Y'all go ahead and listen to that shit your damn self. Basically, T.I., we don't feel bad for you, okay? First and foremost, y'all remember when he came out, and I said it months ago. He had no business even doing that stupid live stream. Because as soon as you did that live talking about who me and my wife decided to invite into our bedroom, that's our business. You shouldn't have said shit. Because that right there, you're admitting that you invited people into your bedroom. And as long as these rumors have been around about you and Tiny swapping and you know, bringing girls into your bedrooms, y'all don't know everyone that you guys have brought into y'all's bedrooms over the years. Hence why everybody can come out now and say, I too was harmed by T.I. and Tiny, regardless if it's true or not. Now, a lot of these folks seem to have some type of case because the other day I had posted, there was a whole, they're being investigated in LA. Trying to see if I can find the video. I had posted on the Discord. They were being investigated in LA for their sexual, you know, misconduct. And so his lawyer, T.I.'s lawyer, tried to come out and say that it was a lie. Well, now it's coming out that it's not a lie. They are being investigated in LA. That was the truth of the matter. Let me see if I can find, it was in the celebrity room. Let me see if I can find the video really quick. Give me just a second. Child, we stay in there talking about T.I. and Tiny, honey. Okay, here it is. Here it is right here. Let me go ahead and play y'all this video. Now, this came out the other day, straight from LA. So this is why he made the song. So y'all are in my Discord.
Into the Eyewitness newsroom, the LAPD is now investigating rapper T.I. and his wife, Tamika Tiny Harris, over allegations of sexual assault and kidnapping. Two women claim the rapper and his wife drugged and sexually assaulted them back in 2005. They have filed police reports in Los Angeles and Nevada, according to the Daily Beast. Back in March, an attorney who also represents these two women called on prosecutors in Georgia and California to investigate allegations against the famous couple from multiple women.
All right, so y'all just heard that video. So I believe that is why he ended up coming out with that song, because the heat is definitely coming on to T.I. And this is why I was saying before, you know, a lot of people wanted to be mad. Remember, they tried to say I was being sex negative when what's her name? Tiana and Erman Shepard, another basketball player, her and her husband were going around. Remember, they went on that hobo tour. That's why I called it a hobo threesome tour. They were going from the Breakfast Club to Hot 97, just going all over the place, promoting threesomes. Yeah, and when we're out of town, we bust people down and we bust chicks down overseas. And I kept saying to myself, why are they promoting this lifestyle, especially to young, vulnerable fans? And remember, I said this years ago, I said, I really like Tiana and I really love their relationship, but I don't agree with them constantly promoting threesomes. And what did these fools tell me? I'm sex negative. I'm a prude. I'm old fashioned. I said, bitch, I'll be every last one of them things. Because I know who I am. I'm not sex negative. There's nothing wrong with being freaky. And as long as it's consenting adults, I don't care what you do. But the fact that this is being promoted constantly to young people, you have to ask yourself why. And like I told you guys a few streams ago, I feel like the reason why this threesome thing has been so promoted heavily over the past 3 years is to desensitize young people. So that way, when they come up to you in the club, when a Tiana and Iman or Tiny and T.I. or just whoever come up to you, your guards are not going to be as up. You're going to feel like, well, yeah, you know, this is the norm. They've been talking about it. Oh, my God, I'm so lucky they chose me. I heard them talking about it on The Real Housewives, or I heard them talking about it on The Breakfast Club. It's to desensitize young people. And see, this is what happens when you bring every Tom, Dick, and Harry spirit into your bedroom. They don't have so many damn threesomes. They can't even narrow down where the complaints are coming from. That's the saddest part in all of this. You got people coming out in LA. You got people coming out in Atlanta and all these cities against T.I. and Tiny. But the fact that they've invited so many folks into their bedroom, they can't even narrow it down. That says a lot right there. So I think people should be learning from this situation as opposed to trying to accuse others of being old-fashioned and all this goofy stuff. There's nothing old-fashioned about just wanting to save it for your man. Like I said, if folks want to engage in threesomes, that is your business. As long as it's you and another grown consenting adult, I don't care what people do. But my issue is when people try to, normalize this and keep putting this in the face of young people like this is just the most happening thing. It might be cool for that couple, but once somebody feels like they're the third wheel and they just been used and then chewed up and spit out, that's when you get a lot of bitter and bad. And at this point, who knows who's making these allegations? But I definitely feel like there's some truth to it. But we're definitely going to have to wait until it comes out in a court of law. But a lot of folks are not feeling his song. A lot of folks are like, a little too late. We don't care about this song. We'll just wait for the court case to play out. Are some of these people looking for money? Possibly. But as of now, everything I've seen has been criminal. I haven't seen anybody talking about any civil lawsuits. I haven't seen anybody out here crying about, oh my God, I'm suing for mental anguish and distress. I haven't seen that. I've only seen people filing criminal charges per that lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn. So there's definitely some truth in the mix. Let's see here. Amy F says, is there any way that we subscribers could do to help you with your YouTube troubles? I appreciate you. No, there's not really anything you guys can do. It's just, it's YouTube. The only thing I ask is that you guys share the videos, hit like, subscribe if you get unsubscribed, but that's really about it. All of this is really YouTube's doing, but thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat, sis. Tiffany sent $9.99. She says, sis, you are doing some truth telling on this live tonight. These YouTube streets are nothing without you. Much love, sister. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, like I said, I can't take him seriously because again, he put himself in that situation. And the saddest part in all this is the fact that Tiny has gotten herself into this situation. Up until all this, I had never really heard anything bad about Tiny. I've always heard that Tiny was sweet. She was cool. But this situation has totally just made everybody look at her different. Plus with everything Shekinah said, how they said that, Tiny put Shekinah up to blasting Sabrina. And then when Shekinah got backlash, Tiny and them fell back and left her out there to take all the punches. So it says a lot about people's character. But this is what happens when you're willing to do anything for your man, especially a man who has shown you time and time again that he'll have no problem cheating on you. So again, women need to look at this and learn from this. You can have all the threesomes in the world. You can allow them to put a gerbil up your ass, whatever the hell y'all freaks do nowadays. Okay. Did I say a gerbil? I don't know. I heard that somewhere, child. Y'all can let these guys do whatever to you. That does not guarantee that they're going to be faithful to you. That does not guarantee you that you will not be disrespected down the line. So again, know your own self-worth, because a lot of y'all just be out here, child. Where did y'all find a gerbil emoji? I can't stand y'all. These folks, they be saying all types of shit online. I let my man do this and do, well, honey, you do that. You do that. And I hope every freaky deaky thing that you're doing, I hope it keeps your man. But history has it that it's not gonna. If a man is gonna stray and cheat, he gonna do it anyways. And now you walking around here with a fucking scratched out asshole. Let me stop. Not the gerbil emojis. Child, people are freaks. People are freaks. I done heard all types of weird ass stories, honey. People are freaks out here. So good luck to you in that. But anyways, let's go on to the next topic. Because I've been out here for an hour and 18 minutes. Okay, we got to talk about Nick Cannon, honey. The lady from the Twin Cities says she feels that Nick Cannon has that big peen energy. He probably do. You know what they say about skinny guys, honey? He probably do got a big old Peter Weeder. But that don't negate nothing. This is what I've noticed about social media, and I got to hold social media accountable for the bullshit. Okay? I said this on my Instagram page yesterday, or was it this morning? It might have been this morning, shit, I don't know. But I had posted this earlier. Let me go ahead and show y'all my page. Because I noticed the hypocrisy when it comes to people that y'all like. Oh, y'all give them all types of passes. As long as they're saying some mush mouth shit, oh, y'all are here for, you know, the excuses. Y'all don't drag them. But if it's somebody that y'all don't like, y'all go in. So it was announced yesterday. This is good old Nick Cannon with the turban. He done knocked up another model. Okay, so I wrote Nick Cannon knocks up a wildin' out model. Her name is Alyssa Scott. So this is Alyssa, beautiful woman, cute little shape. So she's been posting stuff, you know, that she's knocked up. Nobody knew who the father was initially. And you see here, she wrote blues. Nick Cannon then posted Nick Cannon ghetto blues. Okay. Then she took to her Instagram because I guess, you know, she didn't get enough attention. So she posts a naked picture and she writes Zen S. Cannon. So somebody says, hold up, is Nick Cannon the dad? And she comes back and she replies with a bunch of heart emojis. And so then that's when the, you know, the internet was in shambles yesterday. So this is what I wrote. I said, I don't understand why y'all never give this mush mouth Nick Cannon the same energy that y'all give Future and NBA Youngboy every time they knock up somebody. Nick is currently on baby number 7. Back in March, news began to circulate that Nick Cannon would be welcoming twins with DJ Abby De La Rosa. This came as a surprise considering that he had just welcomed a daughter with Brittany Bell back in December 2020. Brittany and Nick Cannon also have a son named Golden, who was born in 2017, and these kids are an addition to the twins that he has with Mariah Carey during their marriage. Supermodel Jessica White revealed that she was also pregnant by Nick Cannon as well, but suffered a miscarriage. Then I said, well, today, Alyssa Scott, who worked on Nick Cannon's show Wildin' Out, confirmed that she too is knocked up by Nick Cannon after she captioned one of her photos with the baby's name, Zen S. Cannon. Someone jumped in the comments and asked if Nick Cannon was a father. She left this emoji. Then I said, Nick Cannon is no better than all these rappers that social media loves to drag. Y'all give him a pass because he's a mush mouth pro-black advocate. There's nothing cool or conscious about him raw dogging all these chicks and knocking them up in less than 2 years. I don't care if he has money, so does Future and NBA Youngboy. His behavior is reckless for the role model that he tries to portray to young black men. I said what I said. So that is what I said on Instagram. And I stand by everything I said. I just think it's trifling. Okay, this man is on his 7th baby, and y'all can say, oh, he already says he doesn't want to get married. He's trying to start a tribe. I don't care about him and his bootleg tribe of Judah. Okay, it does not negate the fact that he's creating single family homes. And y'all can say, well, he has money. Ain't none of them saying that he's not there financially. But again, he can be there financially. Is he there to help with the homework? Is he there at the different, you know, sports games, conferences and stuff like that? See, people will make an excuse depending on who it is. Because from what I hear, I don't hear too many NBA Youngboys' baby's mothers complaining. Most of them have said he's a decent father. He pays child support. He gives them money for the kids. But that doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right that at 21, he has 10 children. He literally has had 5 kids in the span of 1 year. Y'all drag Future all the time. Now, Future might be a deadbeat to Eliza Reign because she gets on his damn nerves, but I don't hear about the other baby mothers complaining about Future. Just the one that won't shut the fuck up. Everybody else seems to be doing their thing. That doesn't negate the fact that they're out here having all these kids. And what I find very interesting is, in one breath, y'all would say black women are baby mamas. Black women love being baby mamas. But then in the same breath, y'all are not holding the men who are making them baby mamas. This man has all of these women knocked up. He literally just had a baby in December 2020, then announced that he has some twins by the DJ, and now the Wildin' Out girl's knocked up. How is that cute when he's supposed to be a role model? And you're supposed to be teaching black men, you know, discipline and, you know, creating black families. That's what he preaches. Black families and, you know, being there in the household. But he has several children in several different households. And y'all can try and clean it up and act like it's cute because it's Nick Cannon. But to me, he's no different than Future NBA Youngboy or any of these NBA players who got a shit ton of kids. They're all cut from the same cloth. in my personal opinion. And he just uses the pro-black thing and the turban thing to look innocent and to look so woke. He's like any other dude out here slinging out his peen, you know, around the block and shit like that, like Tic Tacs, just knocking folks up. As long as you're pretty, you know what I'm saying? He'll knock you up. So you might have a chance to the girl in Minneapolis in the Twin Cities. If you're cute, he might knock you up. But looks like he's just giving away sperm at this point. Shit. Read these comments. Let's see here. Maya sent $50. Oh, no, I read that one. Thank you, Maya. Aisha Muhammad sent $50 from Canada. She says, sis, people want you to cover stuff while people won't risk their own career. I tried to send a super chat about Charlemagne. It did not allow me. Okay, thank you so much for the super chat, sis. I appreciate you. And I agree with you. Yeah, I can't tell you how many people who have platforms will send me stories like, oh, T, you should cover this. Don't you have a platform? You cover it. Well, you know I can't because, okay, well then don't ask me to risk my shit. I'll risk it if it's something I want to cover and I feel in my heart that I need to cover it. But yeah, I've had that happen where people, they won't cover it on their own platform, even though they have a way bigger reach, way bigger audience, but they'll send me stuff and ask me to do it. Now, you're not going to have me do your dirty work. If I'm going to cover something, it's because I want to cover it in my heart of hearts, not because you asked me to because you're chicken shit. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much. Healthy Brown Girl sent 20. Thank you so much for the super chat, sis. James Morgan sent 10. Thank you, James. Kaylee Walker sent 10, says, hey, beautiful, I never get to catch a live. I'm always driving my work truck. Man, I love my truckers, man. I got a lot of truckers on this channel. I love y'all. She says, I will hit the replay. I wish I could do more, but it's prom season in South Carolina, LOL, pronounced Kaylee. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you and enjoy prom season. So yeah, it's a bunch of mess with Nick Cannon, child. Let's see here. The journey to a peace of mind sent 5, said finally caught alive. Love you too, and thank you for coming through. Philip Sadiq says, turned my mom and sisters onto you. They are tea sippers now. That's what's up. Thank you so much, Philip. I love when people be like, my mom be watching you, or I got my husband watching you. So I love that. So thank you. But yes, as far as like the whole Nick Cannon thing, I don't like the hypocrisy. I don't like how, you know, at least with NBA Youngboy, he's 21. Nick Cannon is 40. It did like, and the thing is, he didn't do all this when he was younger. Like I could see if he was out here just, you know, sport fucking and creating all these kids when he was in his 20s. Why are you doing that now in your 40s? And then the thing is, all these women are pregnant back to back, so he wasn't using protection with none of these women. I mean, when you really think about it, that's just really gross. And then you had the black model, Jessica, she was crying, Jessica White, talking about she was doing fertility treatments. For what? Why are you doing fertility treatments with a man who's out here knocking up everybody? I don't know what it is about him. I don't know what it is about that peen. It might be the size of a damn... It might be the size of a damn horse. I don't know. It's something, because she was literally taking fertility treatments to get pregnant by him. Meanwhile, all these girls have come out pregnant after her. So meaning he was not using protection with none of these women. And y'all wonder why STDs are rampant in the industry, hoodie. Child. Look, Spicy Mama sent $5. She says, damn, I had no idea he had that many kids, yup. He's on baby number 7, honey. But them be the main ones, the ones who talk all that woke shit and their household ain't together. You can't talk about building a black family and, you know, raising your kids when they're all in separate households and they all got separate moms and you're doing it intentionally. It's not like these are not, I'm sorry, once you get to a certain age, these aren't oops pregnancies. Now, if these were teenagers or people in their early 20s, I could say, okay, well, fine, shit happens. When you 40 and you worth money, these are purposely planned pregnancies. I don't know if he thinks this is cute. I don't know why he's trying to create this bootleg tribe of Judah. I don't know what he's trying to do, but it's not cute. And it's sad because a lot of young men look up to him. Let's see here. Yardley Mosley says, big shout out to the truckers in the chat. I know that's right. Thank you so much for the super chat. Original Pastel says, we're the rats, we're the rats, we're the rats. We pray at night, we stock. We're the rats. I love you, T, for always for always speaking the truth. Thank you so much, sis. Thanks for coming through. Let's see here. Khadijah Jenkins says it's for the bag, T. Oh, trust me. I believe that. It's definitely for the bag. You know, that whole bag mentality is sad because that's the mentality now that a lot of young women have. It's not about the children. Fuck the children. That's how they look at it. It's about the bag. It's about just trying to have a man there because he's worth something, because of his name, because of his status. And then these same women will come on Instagram months later. Remember, when Fetty Wap was that dude, oh, everybody was getting knocked up by Fetty Wap. Couldn't stop getting pregnant by Fetty Wap. Every other month, there was a chick coming out talking about she was pregnant by Fetty Wap. And then when they realized it wasn't cracked up, that being baby mama number 9 wasn't what it was cracked up to be, then they come on Instagram complaining. He don't do nothing for my child. He ain't paid child support. Well, you knew that when the first and second baby mother was complaining. Why did you line up to be baby mama number 7, 8, and 9? I feel no ways. You went into a situation thinking somehow your coochie was going to change something, and it didn't. And now you're mad and you're complaining to us. There's nothing we can do. The only thing that we're here to do is sip tea and laugh, okay? That's it. We just sit, watch, and laugh at this shit. Nothing we can do here on social media for you. Go to court. I can't stand when they come out years later complaining about a situation they got themselves into. Ain't shit we can do at all. Okay? The whole situation is a mess. And then it's like on top of that, you know, like Future, Fetty Wap, all those situations, again, how a man treats his family, his kids, that should let you know, like, you know, his mentality and where he's going with that. But we've raised a whole generation of young girls to just think about getting the bag and nothing else. And then they're stuck raising these babies and they're bitter and they're upset because because now they're seeing that money, even if they're paying child support every month or keeping you living a lavish lifestyle, it's not as fun when you're the only one stuck changing shitty diapers. Keeping it real. Sometimes you want to pass that responsibility on to the father. Oh, he's not there because he's at the other baby mama house. It's not fun when it's just you changing shitty diapers. It's just not. But folks ain't ready for that conversation. Now, before I leave, I've been on for an hour and a half. This has been a good stream. Ain't been no more interruptions. Thank you, YouTube. We appreciate you. If y'all don't know, Vivica Fox is currently getting roasted. Tiny gonna send me a last minute request talking about, make sure you talk about Vivica. So I said, let me see what was going on. So if y'all don't know, Vivica Fox, she did an interview with Vlad TV. And she's basically saying that, you know, why she got divorced is because she got married for the wrong reason. She got married because all her friends were getting married, and you know, she wanted to, you know, have a wedding, only to find out that the dude was broke and all this goofy shit. So let me go ahead and play y'all Vivica Fox, honey. This entire situation is a mess. Hold on. Pull up this screen real quick here. Y'all can see what Vivica Fox has to say about everything. All right.
Right around that time, you got married.
Yeah.
To Christopher 6ix9ine Harvest.
I did.
And I guess you said you got married because everyone else was doing it.
I did. I mean, I hate to say that. I mean, yeah. Everyone was having their Cinderella day, and I just wanted one to be very honest with you. Why the marriage didn't last a long time is because I didn't take the time to get to know him. That I just really wanted, I felt peer pressure. And I had my Cinderella day. My sister, my brother, my niece, I got married on this beautiful staircase. Paparazzi, somebody from paparazzi fell out of a tree trying to get, pictures for it. I mean, it was beautiful. It was an InStyle magazine. I had my Cinderella day, but I should have honestly taken the time to get to know him a little bit better. I now to this day, you know, with relationships, make sure that I take a little bit more time before I go so publicly with a relationship. It was a huge lesson for me. I mean, I was only married for two and a half at most. I think it was 3 years. And, you know, I have no ill will against him. I just didn't know him. And so that's why the relationship didn't last.
Well, what was the final straw? Because you guys got divorced in 2002.
Yes. The final straw for me was, you know, at the time he was a singer. And his group that he was in, they were supposed to have been signed with Death Row Records, yet another connection with Tupac and Death Row. And when Tupac got killed and all of everything kind of fell apart with Death Row Records, he didn't go out and then try to pursue things with the same drive that I had for my career. And, you know, a woman doesn't like paying all the bills all the time. And I can only ask for help so many times before I had to come to the conclusion that I didn't want to be the breadwinner in this family. My mother didn't raise me to take care of a man. And that was the deciding factor.
So you're a sugar mama, basically.
I'm sorry?
You were a sugar mama, basically?
No, I wasn't sugar mama then.
No?
Nah, I might be a sugar mama now, which I make sure I don't ever do. But no, we were the same age.
Okay. I meant money-wise, sugar mama. You were paying for everything.
That was a good time, yeah.
It's funny how she still didn't get the joke when he was saying, you were a sugar mama. Oh, I want a sugar mama. Yes, you were. This is why women, let's stop acting like we're men. We're not built like men. Okay? All this, we're equal. Everything's equal. No, it's not. Okay? No woman wants to take care of a man. So let's keep that real. Now, I get her for eventually saying, I'm done. I'm out. You know, nobody wants to take care of a grown-ass man. Period, point blank. But again, this is why you don't get married just because everybody else is getting married or because, you know, it's the thing to do. She even says she didn't really get to know him. So that right there says a lot. You didn't even get to know the man, but you married him because it was the thing to do. And then the second everything was on you and you were paying all the bills, it was an issue. When marriage is supposed to be for better or for worse. So I don't even know why. I don't know who asked for this story, who asked for this interview. Somebody in the chat said they're still going on Vlad. I told you, Black folks are still going on Vlad TV. So all that boycotting shit, that's why I paid it no mind. when they try to boycott Vlad, I said, I'm not boycotting shit. I said, all y'all Black folks still gonna go on that man's show. You ain't about to waste my fucking energy. You need to talk about, you need to tell your audience to boycott Vlad. I'm not boycotting a damn thing because y'all still gonna run your asses over there, okay? So sit down. Well, they called her a sugar mama and she was still confused. Oh no, I wasn't a sugar mama. Yes, you were. You were definitely a sugar mama. You know, but we live and learn. You know, we live and learn. The whole situation's a mess, honey. Let's see here. Marlon Harrison sent 20 says, you're right. Nick Cannon is no better than these other dudes. Thank you so much, Marlon. Thanks for coming through. Francisco Zaninga says, thank you for being the best and hearing your subscribers. I'm fangirling over here. Thank you so much. And thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Nick, Healthy Brown Girl says, Nick is building a minority family with all these non-Black women. Child, please. They're not ready for that conversation, sis. Thank you for the super chat. Lakia says, baby, don't keep a man. Love you, T. Nope, babies don't. That's the truth. Andrea B says, Vivica gives the most random stories that nobody asks for. That's what I was saying. Like, who asked for this? You know Vlad, honey. He's a mess. Cindy Canales says, hey, you made my week with this live. Nick Cannon is going through a midlife crisis. I believe it. I believe it. Because why start having all these kids now in your 40s as opposed to when he was younger? It's just very strange. Regina Bland says, Nick is not as woke as he's pretending to be. A good man wants to feel loved by his children. He said that his father had a lot of kids like that. That's interesting. Maybe he's trying to, you know, follow in his father's footsteps. But unfortunately, it's just not a good look. And then it makes me feel like, you know, with this whole Me Too situation, you want to be careful because, you know, you're making an uncomfortable situation. Like the Wildin' Out girl now is now pregnant. So now is there going to be more stories coming down the pipeline? Like, you know, I was smashing Nick Cannon too. And, you know, like this one thing I learned a long time ago. This white dude told me this, and I always respected him for saying that. He said that he does not date women that he works with. He said he never wants to get caught putting his pen in company ink. That's what the white boy told me. I said, okay, I like that. You just don't, it's a room for just jealousy, chaos, drama. So it's going to be interesting if more girls come out on Wildin' Out and they say that, that's Nick's game, that he gets you on there. Oh, I just want you to model. You're pretty. I want you to be a Wildin' Out girl. And then next thing you know, you in the back room sucking his peen. Because again, he's the boss. That, that power of authority. So who knows, honey? Keep your pen in your pants. Let's see here. Miss Lady Cap says the fake outrage child. Love you, T. Thank you so much. Thanks for the super chat. Oh, let's see here. Your mama's papa sent $100. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. They say, did you hear Kwame say how much? Did you hear Kwame say, I know you had an apple in your mouth at them parties to get out that R charge? Got my tin hat tingling. LOL, you missed my last super chat, but I'm sending love from Cali as always. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming through. I did hear him say that. I don't know what that was supposed to mean, but it did make my ears perk up too. But he's sending out cease and desist, so I'm definitely not going to break it down over here. Tess sent 5. She says, you're absolutely right. I feel sad for only the children. It reminds me of how disconnected Brian McKnight is with his other kids. Yeah. Remember the Brian McKnight situation? And those situations, he said the one woman told him that she was on birth control and got pregnant. And, he just never had a connection with that child. Is it fair to the child? Absolutely not. But again, this is real things that can happen when you're having children with a man just to be having one with a man who does not want a relationship with you outside of sex. They sometimes turn around and turn that energy onto the child. That's what's going on with Eliza Reign in Future. He never wanted to have a baby with her. Hence why he has no feeling towards that child, but he does with the other women. So it's sad. We have to be very, very mindful. Midwest Princess sent 20, says, hey T, just in time for my workout. It's payday. Here's some love. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, sis. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. Melinda Williams says, Nick Cannon couldn't get any of these women in his 20s, so he's making up for the time when nobody was checking for him. Damn. I didn't even think about that. Maybe that's the case. He's doing a lot better now than he was back then. People are taking him more seriously now that he has that turban on. He's more pro-black, so maybe women are finding him sexier. I don't know. But he's always banged bad chicks. I mean, even back then, but I've never known him to just be knocking up people. It's just very strange. Aaliyah Cameron says, that's the joke on Wildin' Out. They joke about him sleeping with them. Ooh. I didn't know that. I don't watch Wildin' Out. See, again, everything starts out as a joke. And then somebody starts feeling away. And then it's all these accusations and allegations. He better chill out with that shit. Because the way this Me Too movement works, they've been able to destroy whole podcasts, okay? So, I don't know. I would be very careful sleeping with a bunch of women in the same vicinity, because it makes for a very uncomfortable work environment. Is this person getting more preferential treatment because she's sucking them off in between the lunch break? Versus you who's just there to just do your job. Those are real conversations. Sean says, watch them Me Too him faster than a speeding bullet. Yeah, you never know. Amita Leah says, Michael Blackson asks DC Youngfly if he's sure he wants to marry a Wildin' Out girl because Nick keeps sleeping with all of them. I like Michael Blackson too. He be cracking me up. He's a mess. Alicia Wright says, doesn't Nick have health issues? Slinging peen isn't healthy. LOL, he better be careful. Yeah, I think they say he has lupus, I don't know if it has anything to do with your sex drive. It seems like he has a very healthy, sex drive. It seems like that part of him is very healthy, but I just hope he's taking care of himself because, yeah, you don't, if you have a compromised immune system or health issues, you don't want to leave yourself open to getting, things that can make you sicker, STDs and things like that. Not saying anybody has anything, but you want to be very, very mindful when you already have a compromised immune system. And that's just the truth of the matter. That's not shade. So, yeah, he needs to be careful. Danny Rock says, oh, my God, I finally caught it live. I've been watching you for years. Can I get a wretched ass Florida? Y'all let hear me say that. Wretched ass Florida. Thank you so much for coming through. That damn Deborah sent 1999. Thank you so much, sis. Tori Andrews says, Nick thinks he's Bob Marley with that turban on and all them damn kids. It's absolutely disgusting. Mariah ain't never gonna want him again after this. Love you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. Y'all, this has been a wonderful stream. I want to thank y'all for coming through. I've been on here for an hour and 40 minutes. We had over 13,000 people in here. Thank you all for just coming through, showing love. I just enjoyed it. I just enjoyed the conversations. So I will be having a Zoom meeting probably around 7:30. So if you're in the Discord, stay tuned. I'll be posting that in there so we can chop it up some more. So on that note, you guys, I'm out. Thanks again for coming through. Love you guys. Talk to y'all later.